Welcome to the Tantra and Yoga podcast. These podcasts are recorded live at Anuttara ashram with Artemis and Bhairav in the Nishka Nation of northern BC, Canada. For more information, you can visit anuttara.org.
I'm wondering if you've experienced times of doubt or resistance, or times where it appears or feels like you've fallen off your path, and what you do to navigate resistance or feeling of disconnect.
I guess the biggest thing would be patience for me in this moment, at least with specific resistance. It's like 6 years that I've lived here, and when I first met Guruji, I was so mad at him, and I hated the practice. I would just get so angry sitting on my red mat. I was like, this is stupid practice. I hate that there's so many rules. Like, I hate that someone can tell me what to do. Like, my spirituality is free. My spirituality is dancing. My spirituality is, sitting quiet in the forest. But when I choose to, for how long I want to, there was without realizing, there was this huge arrogance that was coming to this practice that I couldn't surrender to him. I couldn't even have the humility to see that this is a master, and this is a great gift you're being offered. This isn't, I keep going back to this because I'm kind of new in the world of Instagram, but this isn't an Instagram influencer who read one book and is now regurgitating stuff that they've read. This is an authentic path that has been used and approved, it worked. And he's giving it directly to you, exactly how it worked for him. And you're so freaking arrogant that you're like, I don't like it, it's not good enough, la la la. So I look back now, I'm slowly coming to a place where I can surrender to him and trust this practice, not even to him, but to trust the practice, to trust my Sangha, trust the other people that are saying, no, it definitely is working for me, And that took patience. It even took time for me to even be able to acknowledge the fact that it was my own arrogance that was standing in the way. So that's one particular area where I've had a lot of resistance in my life. There's also this, period where I've had a lot of doubt and uncertainty, but I've always trusted in my heart. I've always trusted that there's some good in the world, even though I might feel that things are dark, that I've been misled, that I had the guru who I was first fully devoted to, fully surrendered to. I saw him as God on earth. Terrible things came out about him, and not nice things, and he totally fell, and I could have ran for the hills away from God, as I watched so many of my other siblings do. Just like they were done. He'd broken them. But still there was this trust that there's something bigger than any individual person. There's something bigger than any individual practice. There's something bigger than me that I can trust in. And I would hold on to those moments in my life where I had that affirmation of either a deep meditation or a feeling of connectedness with friends, or even as a child, I feel like my first experiences of God were playing in the grass with the crickets and talking to the trees. And so I hold on to those memories very strongly when I'm in a place of darkness and uncertainty and doubt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I used to doubt myself a lot, and when I doubted myself a lot, I found that I also doubted everything else around me. The doubt is actually something coming from within. Yeah, and then at some point, I remember, and I think Osho talks about this as well. With my first teacher said, actually, doubt is we could see doubt as like a demon. That if we look at some of these great masters like whoever, Jesus, Shivananda, I don't know, the first Sai Baba, I don't know, name all these great masters of the past. Did they have doubt about who they were in the world? And the story of Jesus comes to us that actually he knew so much about who he was that he knew he was going to go to the cross. Like, that's how much faith he had in, because it was prophesied that the Son of God, that this would happen to him. He would be crucified or he would be killed by his own people and all of this. And so he knew that, at least this is how the story goes, he knew this. So there was no doubt in his mind. So like really, somehow we have to live like this. Somehow we have to live without this doubt, without the self-doubt that I am anything but divine. And I feel like after I heard this explained to me a few times, it wasn't just one time, but a few times, it finally kind of sunk in. Like, I am my own, I'm my own prison guard, you know? Doubt keeps you in this prison. You continue to doubt yourself. You doubt the people around you. You doubt everything. You doubt that the universe will take care of you. And then we suffer from that, you know? So kind of letting go of doubt is something that can transform us so much on the path. Just letting it go. Having trust that whatever is happening needs to happen for a reason. And doubt can also be good in a way, you know, because you can doubt modern day society, consumerism, capitalism, you know, all of these things. But at some point as well, we have to let go of our own doubt that we have for ourselves. And then also with resistance to have patience, as you said. I remember our teacher brought in, one of my first teachers, yoga teachers, he brought in an old sadhu. He'd been in silence for 60 years. He'd been a monk for this long. He was an old man. And he would write on the chalkboard.
Because he was in silence.
Because he was in silence. And my teacher said, does anybody have any questions for this man? He knows some English, so you can ask in English. It's not a problem. And somebody said, what is the greatest thing you learned on this path? And he wrote one word 3 times: patience, 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 patience. And that was the end of the satsang. Like, that's the most important thing. You just have to just be patient with yourself, be patient with the practice, be patient with one's resistance. Because everything falls away, you know, like resistance comes and resistance goes. And yeah, we just have to, you know, continue. Like, if we have an ounce of faith, then, what is it in the Bible? If we have an ounce of faith. If we have as much faith as a mustard seed, we can move mountains. I guess it goes. So if we have as much faith as a mustard seed, like a mustard seed knows that they'll grow into a massive tree, a massive, beautiful tree. Yet it's so tiny, so small.